Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to everyone. Welcome to our forum organized by University Sultan Azlan Shah. Our topic for today we will discuss about women empowerment and feminism concept from Islamic perspective. Before the forum begins, let me introduce to you our dedicated panel. First panel, we have Professor Irfana and then Mat Saubri. He is Counselor of University of Sultan Zainal Abidin. Next, we have Datuk Muhammad Nizamuddin bin Sulaiman Shah. He is government officer. And the last panel, we have Dr. Muhammad Shafiq bin Mansur. He is linguistic and literary figures. Ladies and gentlemen, my first question to Professor Irfana M. bin Mat Saubri is what profession for empowerment of women in the system of life? Please give your answer, Professor.
Alright. Before the advent of Islam in Arabia, the position of the fair sex was appalling. Girls were sometimes killed as soon as they were born. The infant girls were buried alive. A man could marry and abandon or divorce a woman any number of times. The number of wives was unlimited. Islam emancipated women in all respects. So, among the provision for empowerment of women in the Islamic system of life is first freedom. Girls girls as free to receive education as boys. It is obligatory for every man and woman to receive education. Uh, Education and training in etiquette is the best gift of parents to children. A girl cannot be married off to anybody without her consent, as man has liberty to divorce. A woman is also allowed to take khula, divorce, if she dislikes her husband who is cruel, unjust, or impotent. A widow or a divorce is allowed to remarry if she wishes. In Islam, it is preferred that women remain at home to look after the family and train children. Still, if no male guardian lives with her, or if she is ill or his income is insufficient, she may go out to earn but in hijab. During the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon, there were women traders and there were instant. When women participate in was to supply water or to nurse the wound. At present, thousands of Muslim women in hijab work in hospital, bank, school, college, and many other organized working place. Second, security. Security of women in Islam is very important. She is not inferior to a male. The person to whom a daughter is born and he does not meet out preferential treatment to boys, Allah will reward him with heaven. Hadith saying of the Prophet, parents are motivated to uh, nurture girl. The responsibility to provide bread and meat to girl and woman lives with the male guardian. You should feed her when you eat and clothe her when you yourself put on clothes. And In case of temporary boycott due to strained relation, it should be limited to the four walls of your house. Hadith. When she travels a long distance, the male guardian must accompany her to facilitate her journey. Islam restricts the number of 5 to 4. Divorce stop permissible is not encouraged. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer, Prof. Now we discuss about feminism. Feminism is belief that women should be allowed the same right, power, and opportunities as men and be treated in the same way or the set of activities intended to achieve this state. So the question to Dato' Muhammad Nizamuddin bin Sulaiman Shah is why Islam rejects feminism, liberal and radical feminism? Please answer the question.
This feminist theory is rooted in the philosophical view of liberalism as individual concept and an emphasis on reasoning as a social change. In this view, freedom is a right each individual, so that he should be given the freedom to choose. Inequality in society occurs because of violation to individual freedom. The gender role inequality that weaken women in this theoretical view is due to process learning through role socialization based on gender. Inequality to arises through stere- se- ste- stereotypes perceived by men or women as a trait that must be maintained through family, school, media, and other social agents. Therefore, equality can achieve through regulatory policies or educational process. If we understand this from Islamic point of view, we will find many this confusion. Get this root in individual freedom, the woman herself. However, with free will absolute, as in clothing, get along, and the work will actually be changing the woman inside negative values in social. Here, Islam direct women in some rules for the sake of keep the girl alone and keep his honor, like covering the genital, stay in touch with meets between men and women are not mahram in a secluded place. Radical feminism in history, this flow emerges in response about the culture of sex, sexism, sex, or domination social by gender in West in the 1960s, especially against terrorism, sex, and porn industry. Understanding male oppression against women is one fact in the current system of society, and move this life up to its name radical. Radical feminists have a view on state as government, not based between interest the different group, derived from the theory of national plural. This understand is more have pressure on the country which is always controlled by men. Welcome in executive, legislative, and the judiciary. In view Islam puts women household matters and child care and more into the men political jurisdiction is for the sake of the sustainability of future generation difficult in the future. Imagine if the women all come the real of government and they are busy doing business, state administration. Who will manage the household them? Who cares their children? Take care household and care governance is just as important and the same way. It is necessary division of tasks. If a man hold government for continuous orders, ordinary society at the time women provide future leaders in their household. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer, Dato'. Ladies and gentlemen, now we go to the last question. The last question to Dr. Muhammad Shafiq bin Mansur is how Islam position women with right. Please answer the question.
Thank you, moderator, for the question. The answer is number one, Islam protect the moral and nature of women such as love, beauty and love on jewelry. Then Islam allow women that is forbidden to men such as wearing jewelry, gold and seek as narrated by Ibn Majah in his Sunnah. These two things, gold and silk jewelry, is haram for men from my people and it is lawful for women. Ibn Sunnah Ibn Majah, Juz number 3, Hadith 3595. Number 2, Islam protects moral and character shame that exists naturally in women, such as by encouraging women of observe men who are not mahram and vice versa. And other than that, recommend to women to wearing clothes that can cover her genitals. This matter clearly revealed in Surah Al-Nur. Number 3, give the right to study in most school and learning facilities. The other while maintaining the occurrence of educatory and the mutual coming out of Sharia rule. And and number 4, advice for pregnant mother study science relate to education so that later when they are children they can print generations difficult both in terms of emotional and cycle. And the last one, number 5, is provide socio-political right in such a society. Follow the deliberation and court relate to women. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the answer, Doctor. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in this conclusion, Islam does treat women very well. Allah has given equal justice to men and women. So we don't have to dispute the division of job. We just do ourselves job. So that's all. We hope this forum is useful for all audience. Thank you to all audience for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.